right, so welcome to Game Plan Sunday. Today is April 18, 2021. Had another interesting week, of course. As you guys know, I was out for the past 2 weeks, not doctoring and nursing myself back to commission, and I'm back in full effect here. So you already know what time it is. Last week, it was stellar. The markets were just pumping. If you wasn't in the game last week, you missed a whole lot of money. We were in the chat room getting it. And it could be two people in the chat room, man. We don't give a damn. The real is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So we know who the real is, and we know who you teeter-totterers are. You better get on your best behavior, man. I'm telling you right now, right on the website, chat room, bingo. And it's free for all of our users, where, again, everywhere else you go, you're going to be spending $200-$300 per month for this type of material. We're actually trading live. So make sure you're in there every day, okay? But yeah, a lot of plays was popping off in the markets. Just taking a look at, over the course of the week, oil. So we had the oil markets that were up 6.35%. Bitcoin was up 5.86%. That's not the case right now as we speak, but that's where it ended the week at. Gold was up 1.9%, which that was good for gold with a nice comeback. 1.37% on the on the S&P 500. The Dow Jones was up 1.18. Nasdaq was up 1.09%. The Russell was up slightly, 0.86%. The Russell was struggling, and the dollar was actually down negative 0.70%. So the indexes go. Oil was, pumping strong. Bitcoin right behind it, but y'all know Bitcoin be posting big numbers. But gold was doing really well. So got some solid plays in gold as well. As far as the sectors go, utilities knocking it out the park, materials was also knocking it out the park, and healthcare was crazy. Healthcare was crazy at 2.99%, healthcare, 3.69 on the utilities and 3.26 on materials. Everything else is still rocking, everything was still rocking. We had some economic data that came out. We had the CPI numbers, which, again, all the data we've been covering for over these past months. I've been telling you guys it's all inflationary, and that's pretty much what we're seeing. I don't think I really posted too many updates here on the news feed. So here we go. We had the CPI numbers here. We got the increase in the CPI numbers. Again, it's all inflationary. They're talking about, opening this economy that's been locked down, more people being vaccinated. It's supposed to be all, inflationary. So that's the logical conclusion here. Lumber prices, look at this shit right here. Lumber futures have surged more than 60% to record highs this year, right? Typo. But soaring wood costs have already added more than $24,000 to the price of the average new U.S. house. So, and this is the National Association of Home Builders. So, the houses that they're building, they're getting, it's inflation. So price increasing at least $24,000. I've actually talked to a couple of people that's saying that the price of lumber increased their homes up to over $32,000, right? I mean, this is inflationary. We got a lot of housing data that's it came out and that's coming out also, which makes things interesting when the price of these houses, they're going up, obviously. But this also negatively impacts people that's trying to apply for these homes, right? Because, the type of loans that they're going to need to get, they need to get approved for higher loans or whatever. And if their debt to income ratio is out of whack, they're not going to get approved. So you'll get people that'll get denied. And we saw like a little damper last month for the numbers from there, but looks like they might be trying to come back. So we'll pay attention to that. India's digital currency plans put pressure on crypto industry. I mean, again, we've been talking about this crypto thing for a minute, and I try to make my position clear for you guys here, right? Crypto traders are very interesting people, and maybe it's not the crypto investors. Some people have been doing this stuff for a little while, but what comes across my timeline is a lot of guppies, and we want to play the game like how the game is meant to be played, smart money, as you will, smart investments and stuff like that. So that's what we teach and advocate over here. Anytime we go over, our positions and plays like that, you already know, man, we put in homework, you know what I'm saying? We put in our fundamental analysis, our technical analysis, market, economic analysis. It's homework, But when you get into these crypto groups, man, people are just oblivious. I don't know why, but they just, it's going to the moon, but nothing ever goes to the moon. You guys, any veteran trader can tell you, man, shit go up and down. You feel me? But they just believe that it's going to go to the moon. Like I like it's the craziest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? So, and what the problem that you have right now is that you have a lot of special interest that's in the market that's pumping it, right? I mean, you can't even go to YouTube or any place without getting bombarded with crypto commercials. Okay, this is the way that they implement, whatever they want the public to feel. It's psychology, it's behavior. So the thing is that yes, you can make money. Okay, that nobody's saying that you can't make money. Shit, a monkey can make money. Anybody can make money. Can you consistently make money? Can you weather the storm when the times are not so good, right? What they're doing is, they're definitely gambling, but they're just buying and holding and hoping that it's going to go to the moon. That is not a strategy, So for any crypto people out there, again, I'm not hating on crypto. I just want you guys to be informed. And if you're not, oh, well, because everybody can't win. You got winners, you got losers. Everybody can't be smart. You got the smart money, you got dumb money. So you just, get in where you fit in. But make no mistake about it. When you see these markets, the financial markets, it is very sophisticated. It is so sophisticated that most people have no idea what's really going on. But that's why I try to tell you guys to study, put in the work. Because if you think that you're just going to come off the streets and you're just going to go banging head to head with these hedge funds, the smart money, you're not going to win. You might get some, a couple of chips, but long term, then the house always going to win. You feel me? So that's just what I have to say about that. Now, as far as when you study economics, which I go over economics with you guys, history and stuff like that. In fact, I'll reference this book for you guys, Murray Rothbard. What has government done to our money? Okay. Many of you have not been educated on money, especially you crypto traders. Okay. Now the smart crypto traders, they are aware of money. They know how this stuff works. Okay. But the young guys, y'all don't understand money. Okay. So get your little primer on money. What is money? Right. So then you'll start to understand what my position is coming from. Right. But understand that the government has to control this money. Okay, that's what the government do. Government control, and Bitcoin again. It's not something that you can't control. You feel me? It's it's something that it's supposed to be the people's money, decentralized. Okay, so it's anti-government establishment, which is crazy when you think about the whole Coinbase situation, right? Coinbase launch, and we've been tracking that, for a couple of months before it even came out. Them talking about it, and they finally are here. Okay, so when you have Coinbase is coming into the public markets here to raise capital. I mean, you would think that they wouldn't have to do that. But it's a Trojan horse, Trojan horse. In my opinion, it's a Trojan horse. Okay. Seeing Coinbase coming into on this side here is because, they are subject to the SEC now. Okay. So that means that whatever you're doing with your crypto will be accounted for. Okay. So the government, they can control it. Now that actually defies the whole meaning and aspects of having a Bitcoin that everybody's so crazy about, right? It's like, it's a decentralized money. It's the people's money. It can't be controlled. But your holdings, if you got them with Coinbase, that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So I like the decentralized cryptocurrency situation better than, what they got going on here. It's a Trojan horse situation. Trust me. So, that's my thoughts on that. I know everybody's talking about the whole Coinbase thing, it's popping. Everybody trying to get in, and we was watching it. I came back in the game here on the website. Was actually taking a look at it. It was up, and then it dropped down pretty bad. Man, listen, you gotta have if you somebody who would not jump out of the airplane, and crypto is not for you. Okay. When I tell you this stuff, it goes crazy. If you ever traded crypto, it's not like the markets that we have over here. It's insanity. Okay. So, just again, you Dogecoin people, you got shit coins now, and so even when you hear the arguments of the Bitcoin enthusiasts, right, they're banking on this internet world where everybody's going to be just sucked into this internet world, forget the real world. Everybody's going to be in an artificial world, and Bitcoin is going to be the currency of this digital world, right? So it has some kind of utility if we go into a fully integrated sci-fi, internet world, right? But Dogecoin, this stuff don't have no kind of utility or not. I mean, even Bitcoin people are just like what the hell is going on? But you got all this dumb money that's coming in. And next thing you know, this shit start tanking, right? And they, oh man, what just happened? Study. That's all I got to tell you people, man. Listen, you got to study, learn. Don't invest in anything that you do not understand. That's what I tell people. So if you don't understand, don't ask me for advice, because I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear. I'm going to tell you that your ass need to study. And so I'm tired of people coming in my inbox asking me about this, that, and third. And like I tell you, it don't matter if it's penny stocks, regular stocks. It don't matter if it's real estate. If you don't understand it, you don't need to be fucking around. All right. Make sure you learn. All right. So what else we had? We had the CPI rose 2.6% in the year ending in March. We talked about the inflation CPI being 2% is what the Fed is trying to track. We're at 2.6%. And I didn't even get a chance to post any charts here, but it is not looking like it's going to end anytime soon. Although Jerome Powell's talking about it's going to be transitory, meaning that it's going to be short term and then it's going to drop off. I think that is just heating up, to be honest, So that's what we're seeing. You're seeing prices going up everywhere. I mean, everywhere you go, prices is going up, although they claim they don't see it. And they want to get this thing cracking even higher. Okay. And then another thing is that, never in a time in history where, you have, economists and, these, people in the economy talking about the economy depends on a virus. Okay. Like I know some people, feed into this BS. Okay. But if the economy was open up, virus or not, man, listen, it'll be doing what it needs to do. This is an excuse, an scapegoat, so that they can take control of the economy. They want to control the free markets. When we're just going to shopping, buying stuff, that's the economy. You guys just going buying stuff. I just got the new the watch, the Samsung joint. You know what I'm saying? My other ones starting to tap out on me. I just got that purchase. That's economics. It's all in the economy. So us just living our lives. This is the economy. When the government comes in to intervene, it starts to distort stuff. Makes it hard for economists to really figure out what's going on, because it's all human action at the end of the day. And you're not just a number, okay? The numbers is our way of observing your behavior, okay? So, with this whole, virus crap, it's, again, we always had virus. We never had a time without virus. We always had common colds, flu, pneumonia, stuff like that. Death rates have not changed. Same people died last year, same people dying this year, and every other year. So, all of that stuff is still intact. I know they talking about this COVID situation, but there's a lot of doctors out here who saying this is an endemic, man. It's not going away. And so with this whole Johnson & Johnson situation, people getting these blood clots, people dying or what have you. It may be a small portion of that's happening, but they're talking about, possibly stopping it. But then Fauci come out talking about, they might, roll it back out, but, with some labeling on, the side effects or what have you. And then they come out talking about you got to take a third vaccine shot this year. So I think a lot of people were signing up thinking it was a one and done kind of deal. And, again, like in all things, I just tell people to study, to study. Don't just be taking stuff just because somebody told you this. Go and research it before you put anything in your arm. You need to know what ingredients is in this thing. How effective is it going to, be? How long is the effectiveness is going to be? Right. So they say every 6 months, and then that you're going to be dependent on this drug for your whole life if you got to keep getting it every 6 months, So, I mean, they just give people the proper expectation. It's not like a pro or con thing. It's just be informed, okay? That's all I tell people, be informed. I know people like to debate me. There's nothing in the debate. You want to be a dummy or you want to be smart, okay? If you want to be smart, then good, you're here. But those who want to be dummies, take your ass out somewhere else, okay? So anyway, that's a situation here. They're talking about the Johnson & Johnson situation past week. We also had your boy Bernie Madoff passed away. He died. He's the Ponzi scheme king, if you will. Died in prison in '82. I remember catching the headline on that. I think Topaz has hit me up about it. So that was that was news. I mean, that situation. We need a little more time to dive into that. A couple of articles here on the news feed that talk about, Bitcoin being banned. Tho Bishop, economist. This is an article you guys can check out. And again, that's the same thing I was telling you. If the government can't control it, the government is not going to compete with it. The government will ban it. Trust and believe me. It's a Trojan horse. The government is building their own digital currency, the digital dollar, because they're destroying the dollar as we speak to try to keep this thing going. Instead of doing the right thing, they're going to keep on trying to stop people from feeling the pain, and they're just making the pain worse in the end. So we're getting short-term relief for a long-term pain. You feel me? Instead of the brick falling on our feet, we're going to have the whole house that's going to fall on our feet when this thing, crashes. So anyway, that's the whole story with the whole Bitcoin situation. Listen, it is not going to take over the world. I know there's hopefuls out there, but if you understand government, you understand they will never cease the power. People talk about the housing market crashing. There's another article that's in there. We talked about that a little bit earlier with these houses going up. But this is an interesting article here. That China's message to America that we are an equal now. That's crazy, So we got the beef with China that's still rolling on. This whole situation with Taiwan. Biden got his hands in a mess right now because, what you going to do? You going to lay down, or you're going to try to fight, to get this Taiwan situation together. We don't need to be going to war with China, first of all. Then secondly, you got the situation with Russia, with the Ukraine situation. What you going to do out there? Some dissident guy, I think Biden just announced yesterday that this guy that they got, prisoner, if he dies, there's going to be repercussions for Russia. Man, listen, Russia been waiting for this for the longest. I mean, they was on chill under Trump, but even before Trump, I used to watch Putin in his videos, and the guy was talking about all of our defense systems. He knew them down to the decimal of how fast our rockets and systems can react, and he talked about these supersonic missiles. These supersonic missiles, we don't have anything that can mess with them, and he been bragging about this. This is before even Trump came into office. You go back and look at his videos. And, the situation with Ukraine, they done killed a couple Ukraine soldiers, and it's a game of, like poker, like what you going to do. It's kind of like Russia. It's like, what you going to do, Biden? You going to show up, or you going to lay down? It's kind of one of those things. It's the man thing. You feel me? That's what they're doing right now. We don't need that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's happening. So those are particular risks that they escalate. That's not going to be good for the markets. Trust and believe me. Yeah. Ron hit us up in the chat room here. Okay. Thanks. Shout out to Ron. Thanks for using the news feed. You guys see it right here. Make sure you go jump in and use the news feed. You feel me? Stop posting shit on Facebook, man. The IQ level of people on Facebook is just ridiculous. You feel me? Like, we should get it. We've been doing this for years, and I can tell you right now, man, listen, people on Facebook, they don't give a damn about you trading stocks and making money and all that other stuff. They want something they can put money in, and they're going to make money. They want the fast, quick, and easy. So if you out here hard working, stop wasting and casting your pearls with these swine. Put it right here on the news feed, Wallstreet Jackboyz. Thanks to Ron right here. U.S. is facing a supply chain crisis as 21 cargo ships float off the coast of L.A. waiting to dock. That's just a sign for inflationary prices are going to go up, but the supply chain gets, messed up because you got, all these orders people are consuming, but you can't get your hands on these products. Okay. There are delays. There's the back orders. Some of them are outright canceling the back orders because it's too much. The time is just crazy. And, consumers is playing off. Then we got, so Terry came through with some about the Coinbase situation. Ask Google who the most powerful doctor in the world is. It's crazy, right? I don't know if y'all saw that. Check it out yourself. I'll give you a hint. It's the guy, who's, who runs Microsoft. All right. Terry came through with the Doge chart right there. See him falling off a cliff. We talked about that earlier. Retail sales soar as jobless claims drop. Right, you can got that right there. Retail sales for March climbed 9.8%. That's inflationary. Jobless reports came. They tumbled 193,000 to its lowest level of the pandemic. So that was also inflationary. You got people that's going to work, but we have to check all that out. Here's a situation here. We talked about Kroger. They closed 2 stores because they didn't want to raise their minimum wage because of the city ordinance. So you can check that out as well. So trust and believe me, man, if they keep on talking about raising these wages, if the government has to impose the wage increases, then they'll have more people that will be shutting down, or they'll go straight out to automating those jobs out. So be careful what you ask for. There's consequences to it all. Bitcoin plunged 15% overnight before recovering about half its loss on Sunday. Just days earlier, the leading cryptocurrency by market cap had reached an all-time high of nearly 65,000. Well, that's not the same today. It's not the same today. Let's just take a look here at the the yields here. As we can see with the yields, all right, we see the yields came up here around this top here, and we saw the markets rallying crazy last week. We see the yields are starting to come down. Question is, did we get a top, or are we going to continue this thing? You know, is this just a short term for, you know, long term increases? And then also the causality of why the yields, you know, going down. You know, Treasury bonds are going up. There are speculations that the Feds went in and bought a shitload of bonds, but we don't know. The data hasn't been presented until next week, and we'll find out. And that's probably what happened to get them to try to calm this inflation shit down. You guys know we had the world, we had the conferences last. We had a couple of conferences last week with the IMF. Your boy Jerome Powell, he was all over doing all kind of interviews, and you know, this is central planners. That's what they're talking about, trying to plan this economy. Anyway, same story. You guys already know the protocol here. And let's get into these charts here real quick. All right. So let's actually let's cover the elephant in the room here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to me. Okay. Good job on that. Elephant in the room here is the Bitcoin situation. You know, everybody tagging and hey, what's going on with Bitcoin? I'm just looking at this daily chart here. If we dial in, you guys can see this big gap down in here. Yeah, this right here is no bueno. You know, this is the Michael Myers, you know, the Jason Voorhees stab, you know, knife right there. You know, we falling through levels, okay? Typically, you know, you'll see it hold this 200 moving average, hold that, or at least hold the 100 moving average, but it's just, and it's plummeting. So, you know, again, I told you guys earlier, you know, cryptocurrency, this stuff is highly speculative. You're straight up 100% gambling. It is not an investment. I'm telling you right now, you can make some money, but just understand that, you know, you gamble. Okay. So you gamble, you made your money, but there's nothing predictable about this stuff. It don't have seasons. You can't identify anything. You're just really gambling. And then, so when things like this happen, you don't know why it's happened. I guarantee you, everybody in the crypto community is trying to figure out, well, what's happening with crypto? Why is it going down? Nobody don't know shit over there. Okay. Because you're just fucking guessing. You need to get your shit together. All right. Now, if you know what you're doing, then good. But right here, your ass bought in, you're getting marked right now. So, and that, you know, Bitcoin is known to do some crazy murking. It's been good right now, but understand this, man. Listen, when you see these charts, look at this chart, man. All right. The whole key to investment is buying low and selling when it's expensive, right? Buy low, sell when it's high. When you see a chart like this is parabolic, okay? Understand that is going to have to pull back at some point in time, all right? Question is, did we price in the high yet of Bitcoin? Nobody knows. You can see it tap that Fibonacci level there, and it could come down more, you know, then reset. And they talk about buy the dip. Well, this fall that it's doing right now, that's not a dip buying session. Let's get the hell out the fucking way. When it gap down like that, yeah, you know, just let that pain come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be buying it on its way down, because your ass gonna get marked. You see the momentum is dropping off here on the long-term chart here, and you got the sell trigger. So, you know, we'll see how that plays out for you Bitcoin enthusiasts, but understand nothing goes up forever, okay? I know you guys want to think that it's just going to go up to, you know, $1 million a coin, but that is ridiculous, okay? So we have to zoom it way out here. I know you guys want this thing to go to 100,000. Yeah, it can, but who knows? But more than likely, probably not, okay? Not this year is what I mean. So we'll see, but nothing goes up forever. So just keep that in mind for you hopefuls out there. All right. So, and then we'll go over to the ES is, yeah, Justin. Oh, Justin's back. I didn't even see my man. Justin, what's good, G? You got some plays on deck. Make sure you get them plays ready. Go ahead and get them ready. All right, so here we go. The ES, the S&P 500, it's up here. You feel me? It's up here. We're right here, teeter-totting right here at this this level. Again, this is this high to this low. We got this Fibonacci extension right here, and we see price is challenging this level here. It is overbought, as we can see. But when you're in these bubble phases, it can play in this realm here even longer, right? We can go back in the past. We can see it was out of bounds here, and it made that move all the way up before it did its correction. So we could be seeing something similar to that, where this could continue to drift up, and we could see it drift into this JP Morgan outlook that they had, this target. You know, I'm pretty sure that's where Wall Street wanted to go. That's why I have the level here, that this is what JP Morgan believes the S&P 500 will end, you know, the high of this year, 2021, so $4,400 target. So just keep that in mind. And we'll have to see if we're going to be able to, you know, breach to this level where we are right now. So, but, you know, with those bonds doing what they're doing, this, you know, could cause, you know, the markets a head fake for the markets, you know, because they just believe every headline that's print out there, even though it might not be real. So we'll see. Nasdaq. Yeah, I think the Nasdaq is actually in a much better position. Okay. We still got some head, you know, we still got some space to go up, you know, in the Nasdaq here. So again, you had this little correction here. Good. You like to see those good pullbacks. Again, that's letting you know the low. That's how you buy the dip right here on the 100 moving average. It did the same thing here. Okay. So now it's coming up. It's getting ready to tag this next target here around 14,360. So right here, then the next target will be up 15,000. Yeah, so I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to hit these numbers here. Yeah, I don't see any reason why we can't hit those numbers. So speaking of JP Morgan, keeping a close eye on financials. If the overall market can hold it together, you hoping for a Goldman Sachs squeeze. Okay, good job, Dustin. All right. The Russell, take a look at the Russell. This one here hasn't been really doing that much, but, you know, let me see. It's like it's forming a diamond shape here. We got to get that. Jeez Louise. I can get my annotations here. Okay. All right, cool. So we can see it, boom, topped out here. Boom, starting to compress down. Looking almost like a little diamond shape. But it is, you know, when you take a look at it, it's just the evaluation here. I mean, maybe this is consolidating for another rally up higher. Typically what I've seen in the past is that the markets will follow the Russell. The Russell will normally lead. Haven't really seen that being the case here. It's just chopping around sideways right now. So those are small caps. Yeah. All right, and then take a look at oil. All right, so we take a look at oil here, and I'm on a weekly. Let me go to a daily. Okay, so cool. All right, so this is what we got here on oil. Interesting. So we have oil to come down here to the 50, come up to the 20, gets rejected, bounce back down, come up, buy trigger that's in there. Bingo, it rallies up to the 618, starting to show some short-term weakness, but the trend is still in play. We have the squeeze that's in here. Trend status is going up, stochastics and everything going up. I believe that we can actually see this thing come up, you know, right here to around the 786. This is also the Goldman Sachs target of $65. That's the summer target, which we already went past that earlier of the year, and then it came down. So we saw oil starting to go down a little bit, but now oil is starting to come back up. That's what I was just looking at from the past week here, these this uptick from that buy trigger. So oil stocks, I think, is definitely some plays out there in the oil stocks. You could take a look at like MPC. All right. You got a buy trigger that's right here. Same pattern that we saw oil do. Bounce off the 50 up to the 20, bounce off the 50. A buy trigger right here. Hasn't hit that 618 yet. Got another hard trigger here at the 786. So either one of these would be, targets, for your exits. So I can see us, see that being a positive there if oil continues to rally. And then you guys may want to take a look at the ZOM, where my man West ain't in here. The ZOM calls, they were doing some work here. But yeah, so we could see Exxon, same thing, right? They all got the same pattern, right? They got the little trigger that's in there, but we got to see how it's going to play off, okay? But price is above those moving averages. If it stays above the moving average, then you want to get in. And I think this will hit that 62 target again. So, but that'd be oil prices increasing again. Gold, I believe, who was it? Ron last week who came through with the gold or whatever. The gold joints is popping pretty good though. So this is gold right here. We had the boom, okay, double bottoms. Bingo, we're right here at the 100. Question is, will we tap her off here, or will we blow through, hit the 200? Okay, that's something that we have to watch to see that develop, because that resistance level is in here. That is a strong resistance level. Got a long squeeze in here, so definitely watch that. Oh, it's Jonathan with the GDX play. Okay, there we go. So Jonathan came through with the GDX. So yeah, I mean, you could play any of those names, GDX. That's got some space, and it's right there at that 200, like I was just showing out. Boom, 200 right up there. So gold got some space in there. Yeah, GOLD, GLD, all those. Those are all good names there. All right. And what else you guys got on your radar? I know we got earnings that's popping this week. So earnings kicked off last week. Pretty good for the banks. We have, let me see if I've posted it on the site. No, I didn't. But y'all can drop your tickets in the chat. We'll cover those real quick. Monday, we got Coca-Cola, IBM, M&T Bank, United Airlines. Those are the plays for earnings on Monday. So just be aware that those are happening on Monday. On Tuesday, we got Fifth Third Bank. We got Johnson & Johnson, Lockheed Martin. Netflix is going to be what everybody's going to be watching. Philip Morris. What else we got? Wednesday, we will have Chipotle, Discover Financial, Nasdaq, Halliburton, NextEra, Lam Research, and Verizon. So that's going to be big for the communication sector to see how Verizon's doing. On Thursday, we have American Airlines, American Electric Power, AT&T, Biogen, Equifax. We have HCA Healthcare. Who else? Southwest Airlines. So we got a lot of these defense stocks that's in the play and communications this week. We also have American Express on Friday. We have Honeywell. We have Schlumberger. They are going to be on Friday. So those are going to be what you need to be on the lookout for. Earnings. So earnings can get real crazy. Let me just take a look at, all right, Eli Lilly. Again, we saw the healthcare stocks doing their thing, getting busy last week. Again, I like when that high drop hit this low. We cement the floor in there, okay? So you get that buy trigger in there, okay? Again, you see the high price 218. You can come in and scoop this thing up around 189. It's getting ready to lift off. We got the squeeze in there. We got the trend that's moving higher. Earnings is out a couple of weeks out here, so you got some time for this bad boy to come up to that 618. So plays like that, I do like. That's if you want to get a piece of that action. What was that? Ron B with the IBB sector, the biotech. Yeah, you can see those prints when those prints start to play out like that. You can see it, boom. Okay, come down, floor. It's cemented. That's triple bottoms right there, okay? Buy trigger that's in there. Price is starting to come right above this shit right here, okay? This shit right here. We can see price, as soon as price pops through that, bingo. That's your target, 618. So that definitely looks good as well. Dustin with the financials. Goldman Sachs, right on. This is what Dustin was talking about earlier. You can see the print. Ain't no secret. Buy trigger that's right there. Okay. Squeezes down in here. Trend is moving up. Okay. After this dip, start to shift upwards. So that's letting us know some momentum is picking up, some steam behind this thing. And it's not far from this recent high. So ideally, it would like to knock out that high. But yeah, so I'm bullish on that as well. I like that. Uber, let's take a look at Uber. All right, so Uber, let's see. All right, got a lot here. I mean, obviously the chart is bullish here. I'm just removing some levels out here. This 786 is giving us some trouble. Okay, we can see bingo, resistance, bingo, resistance, bingo, resistance. So it's the third try that is trying to clear this. It's showing a little weakness. It is in an overbought territory. You gotta watch this here. I'm not too sure if it's ready to breach this resistance level here. So, I mean, it is bullish, but do I want to enter at this point? No. If it come down, I'll catch it on a on a downturn to see if the stochastic start to pick up on the big time frame up like that. That'd be good. But as of right now, I don't have a signal on that one right now. So you have to wait that out a little bit to see how it's gonna behave right here at the 786. That's what I would do. What else we have? Yeah. But yeah, generally, I mean, Uber should be going up, with things opening back up. People should be getting back on the road. They should be doing their thing. Let me take a look at Airbnb. I haven't seen them in a minute. You would think that they would be popping. Yeah. Yeah, Airbnb might start to pop right here because you know what? Just looking at the chart here, I mean, I can see just on this 23.6 line here that the price is behaving towards that line. And this candlestick right here is a reversal stick. So normally we get something like that comes after I get that stick. It is in the oversold territory. Okay. So, I mean, it's probably a good price. Things are opening back up. I'll be a little bullish on that one just because people should be booking these Airbnbs as they start the vacation and what have you. But I think they'll be doing pretty good. It's a little risky. CRSP for biotech. Okay. Y'all like playing the biotech stocks? Biotechs give me a headache, dude. This is squeezing down here on this floor. Yeah. This is squeezing down here on this floor. Compressing against that 100 moving average right there. The price is trapped in there. It's going to have to come out some point of time, but I don't know which direction it's going to go. So, we'll see. We got a little buy trigger in there, but I don't have anything else to like solidify that. So let's just kind of ignore that. But basically, you want to see this thing just holds this 200 moving average, really. You want to see price hold this 200 moving average. Say tomorrow pops and price drops beneath this, then you can go ahead and cancel your expectations or whatever you was plotting on. You know what I'm saying? But say tomorrow the joint pops off and it breaks free from this resistance, then you can start looking long, okay? Or you could just play the thing sideways. So, but yeah. But you just never know. A lawsuit can come out of any place and these things could go crazy. Disney, okay. Disney, sheesh. I mean, as far as the fundamentals go on Disney, Disney is a go. You feel me? So I'm bullish Disney. I definitely will not be negative Disney. I don't know if you guys saw any of those Disney shows, The Mandalorian and all of that. Disney is having a great comeback, from their digital service. Fundamentals is on point. This 50, that's the floor. Boom, it's consistent. That's the floor. Price has not breached. Price look like it's trying to bounce off of that. To coincide with that squeeze that you got in there. I'm looking positive on Disney. So that's how I feel about Disney. If that squeeze, I think that's going to be good. I also think that Amazon is worthy to be watching as well. We can get it to pull up here. Amazon, again, is up against this. We'll have to see. All right. This level here, the 786 level, is a troubling area for Amazon. And we've got the earnings coming out, so I'm not too sure if we'll get a repeat of this until that happens. But if we dial in for a longer term play, dial out for a longer term play, look at that squeeze on this thing. So, and again, you can see it. You can see the chart better from when you pull back. You obviously notice your resistance level, okay, and then you know where your floor is at right here. You got the squeeze that's in there, okay. It's got a buy trigger here on the weekly, okay. We got to see if they have a good follow through, then it'll breach the 786. Then we could be looking at piercing this past high, get on to about 3,800 level. So I hate long squeezes. You know, these long squeezes, they can really fuck you up, but it's in there. So I think it's something to pay attention to. So we'll see. Who is that? CNC, John with CNC. All right. So Centene Corporation, this is a real choppy chart here. So I don't like it, but just looking at the chart itself for what it is, price is above the moving averages. All right. You can see that. Obviously it's looking bullish. It comes up, bingo. Squeeze is still in there. You got earnings. This may be one of those that's going to depend on earnings, but if you can see, it's nothing really meaningful I can really gather from this chart. It's like real crazy. So, but it is bullish. Just pay attention to those earnings there. Healthcare. So yeah, if it's, you know, it's in the healthcare sector, you know, I think the healthcare sector, again, it looked like it's going good, but who knows? They can break out with another mutation. They can drop off a mutation somewhere. Here I said they drop the mutation off. They can overwhelm the hospitals again and make everybody go on lockdown. So I normally don't like dealing with healthcare stocks because they can get real crazy. As far as the squeezes, I know what I do is I drop this squeeze. Let me drop this in here for you guys. Okay, so you guys can get your thing on. This is the a weekly squeeze, scanner. Okay, so you guys can put that in your terminal, and you can pull up some plays that you can get right there of the weekly squeeze right there, and y'all can, you know, further your analysis as well, so you can contribute. You know, you can see some things on your own side. So check that out. All right. So yeah, so I think we're right here at time. Again, can't stress it enough. Make sure you guys check out the website in the chat room right here on the bottom of your little bubble here. So we have Chris in there. So anyway, we had that happy hour Friday. Okay, that was on Friday. We had a pretty good time. If y'all like that and y'all want to do that more often, let me know. It ain't nothing to do it. You know, we can do whatever we want. This is our platform. So also, Mark, he did mention that it was fun. So make sure, okay, Friday, maybe we'll do something scheduled, planned where everybody can come and just hang out or what have you. Right in the chat room, and we're just cutting the fool, but we had a great time. Mark did mention that in the groups, certain things that, you know, that he liked and that he think would be valuable is if you guys can come together to conduct some research, chop up some analysis together. Okay. Y'all know I got Zoom and all that stuff built into the website, really. So if anybody want to host a webinar, you can. Just, you know, you got to come to the table. You feel me? But say the fundamental analysis, I know he posted something in there, like certain plays that you want to take a look at. And I think it's a great idea. Say you guys throw out a stock that's out there, you want to run some fundamental analysis, and everybody take a look at what insights you have on it, and to make more long-term investments. But anyway, that's what we got groups here for. So you guys, whatever you're interested in, just jump in those groups, drop those concerns that you have or insights that you have. You can just post them in whatever group that you're interested in. Okay. And go from there, and everybody can contribute to that. So definitely check that out. With that being said, man, we'll go ahead and bring this thing to a close. And we'll catch up in the markets tomorrow, right here in the chat room, right here at the bottom. You feel me? So right here in the chat room. Yes, Chris, we're live. We are live now. Yes, sir. But anyway, every day, Monday through Friday, we up in here. Even on the weekends, we're here as well. So, all right, gang, y'all have a good night. We'll catch up tomorrow. Peace.